1 year into President Donald Trump's second term, his administration's focus on undocumented immigrants has intensified, drawing outrage in recent weeks following shootings by immigration and customs enforcement agents. And protests have broken out across the country, including in Texas, where local law enforcement agencies have hurried to sign up to help ICE achieve its mission. And now a new state law passed last legislative session is paving the way for broader partnership with the federal entity. Earlier this month, effective January 1st, sheriff's offices in all counties with a jail must enter into 287G agreements.
As investigator Josh Hinkle reports, the number of Texas agencies signing up soared in anticipation of the new law.
Just a few weeks into the new state requirement, ICE data shows 265 of these agreements already existed with Texas law enforcement agencies. About 2/3 of those, or 174, were signed after the end of the legislative session last May to this year when the new requirement took effect. Another 12 were pending. Republican State Senator Charles Schwertner of Georgetown, who authored the legislation behind the new law, tells us we are closely monitoring the rollout of the program and that Texas counties have stepped into compliance, strengthening law enforcement cooperation and making our communities safer. In Texas, there are 3 different 287G models, which all essentially deputize local, county, or state police to be force multipliers for ICE. ICE data shows the task force model, which allows officers to enforce immigration laws during their routine duties in their communities, is the fastest growing in the country. This could include questioning people during traffic stops, making immigration-related arrests, and accessing federal databases surrounding those purposes. The Trump administration revived it when he returned to office last year after its discontinuation in 2012 by the Obama administration amid civil rights abuses. A recent ICE memo states task force officers must now complete a 40-hour online course. Previously, this model required 4 weeks of in-person training. Other models in the 287G program have also seen reduced training timelines. On its website, ICE states training available to officers includes immigration law, multicultural communication, and avoiding racial profiling. But some immigration experts say the administration's new streamlined training timeline brings renewed concerns in those areas, along with preparedness and oversight.
I don't think that anybody hiring anybody in almost any kind of work would feel that they are competent to complete the tasks of the job after 40 hours of online training. For any job, let alone a job that is deeply threatening to the individual rights of individuals on the street, not alone a job where you're going to be carrying a weapon.
At the same time, Texas is making it easier for sheriff's offices to comply with the new requirement to participate in the program. This month, launching a grant application for funding between $80,000 and $140,000, depending on a county's population. The money can help with salary, training, and equipment costs, among other related items. Texas currently has the second most 287G agreements in the country, behind Florida, and is expected to add many more in the coming months. Sheriffs have until this December to sign an agreement with ICE, and the state attorney general can sue agencies that do not comply. Josh Hinkle, KXAN investigates.